Have you ever wondered about the tiny footprints in the sand that disappear with the morning tide? Or the whispers in the forest that sound almost like laughter, but when you turn to look, there's no one there? Well, my friends, you might just have encountered the legendary menehune of Hawaii. Today's video is about the menehune. Who are they? Where did they come from? And what secrets do they hold? Stick around to uncover the captivating origin of these enigmatic figures from Hawaiian mythology. Imagine standing before an ancient fish pond, its rock walls fitting together so precisely that not even a drop of water escapes. Now picture this entire structure being built in a single night by beings no taller than a child. This is just one of the many marvels attributed to the menehune, Hawaii's legendary little people. But before we dive into the misty origins of these pint-sized master craftsmen, let's set the stage for our journey. The story of the menehune is more than just a fanciful tale. It's a window into the rich tapestry of Hawaiian culture, a culture that has preserved its history through the art of storytelling for generations. As we explore the roots of the menehune myth, we'll also be peeling back the layers of Hawaii's fascinating past. So, who exactly are the menehune? In Hawaiian folklore, they're described as a race of small people, usually standing no more than 2 feet tall. Despite their diminutive stature, they're renowned for their immense strength, unmatched craftsmanship, and an almost magical ability to complete mammoth construction projects in the span of a single night. Legend has it that the menehune were the original inhabitants of the Hawaiian Islands, long before the arrival of Polynesian settlers. They're said to be shy and elusive, preferring the cover of darkness for their labors and melting away into the forest at the first hint of dawn. Their diet supposedly consisted of bananas, fish, and taro, and they were known to shoot tiny arrows at those who disturbed them, not to cause harm, but rather as a warning to respect their privacy. But where did these captivating stories originate? To answer that, we need to sail back across the vast Pacific to the islands of Tahiti. You see, in ancient Tahitian society, there existed a class of people known as the manehune. These were the commoners, the laborers who toiled under the direction of the chiefs and nobles. When Polynesian voyagers set out from Tahiti and eventually landed on the shores of Hawaii, they brought with them not only their canoes and crops, but also their social structure and oral traditions. As generations passed and the Hawaiian language evolved, manehune gradually transformed into menehune. But something fascinating happened along the way. Instead of remaining a term for a social class, menehune took on a more mythical quality. The background laborers of Tahitian lore became the secretive nocturnal builders of Hawaiian legend. This metamorphosis raises an intriguing question. Why did the early Hawaiians weave such elaborate tales around the menehune? One compelling theory suggests that these stories were crafted to explain the existence of various ancient structures found throughout the island's structures that predated the arrival of the Hawaiians themselves. Confronted with sophisticated engineering feats like intricate irrigation systems, massive fish ponds, and expertly crafted rock walls, the early Hawaiians sought to make sense of these mysterious constructions. Rather than attribute them to an unknown people, it was far more captivating to credit them to a race of skilled, supernatural beings. Take, for example, the famous Menehune ditch on the island of Kauai. This aqueduct, built from carefully shaped stones, is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Hawaiian engineering. But according to local lore, it was the work of the menehune. The story goes that these little people formed a line stretching over 25 miles, passing stones hand to hand from a distant quarry to the construction site. Can you imagine the organizational skills required for such a feat? Then there's the Alakoko fish pond, also on Kauai. This massive structure, created by building a 9-foot-long wall across a river, was said to have been assembled in just one night by an army of menehune. They were given a simple condition: to complete the work before dawn and without anyone watching. However, legend has it that the curious chief and his wife couldn't resist peeking, causing the menehune to abandon the project just shy of completion. To this day, there's a small gap in the pond's wall where they supposedly left off. These tales not only provide fanciful explanations for ancient wonders, but also serve to instill important cultural values. The story of the Alacoco fish pond, for instance, teaches the importance of respecting others' boundaries and the consequences of unchecked curiosity. But let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Is there any historical evidence to support the existence of the menehune? While there's no concrete proof that a race of tiny people once inhabited Hawaii, there are some tantalizing historical tidbits that keep the mystery alive. In the early 19th century, King Kamoali, the last independent ruler of Kauai, reportedly commissioned a census of his kingdom. According to oral accounts, this census listed 65 people as menehune, all living in the Wainiha Valley on Kauai's north shore. Now, before you get too excited, it's important to note that this census has never been found, and its existence is based solely on these oral traditions. But still, it adds an intriguing layer to the menehune saga. Some scholars have proposed a more grounded explanation for the menehune myths. They suggest that these legends might be rooted in the island's early settlement history. The theory goes that the first settlers of Hawaii, possibly of Marquesian descent, were smaller in stature compared to the later arriving Polynesians from Tahiti. As the new arrivals became dominant, the original inhabitants may have retreated into the mountains and valleys, venturing out mainly at night to fish and gather food. Over time, their elusive nature and the mysteries surrounding them could have given rise to the menehune stories. This interpretation paints the menehune not as mythical beings, but as the echoes of a displaced people, their true history obscured by the mists of time. It's a reminder that myths often contain kernels of historical truth, even if that truth has been reshaped by generations of storytellers. Regardless of their historical authenticity, the menehune have undeniably left an indelible mark on Hawaiian culture. These little people have transcended their legendary origins to become beloved cultural icons. Their influence extends far beyond campfire stories and local folklore. Today, you can find menehune-inspired artwork, literature, and even commercial products throughout Hawaii and beyond. From cute dolls and whimsical garden statues to a popular brand of macadamia nuts aptly named Menehune Mac, these tiny builders have constructed quite a reputation for themselves. But the menehune are more than just a marketing gimmick. They continue to play a significant role in preserving and promoting Hawaiian heritage. The stories of their nocturnal labors encourage values like hard work, community cooperation, and respect for the land. Their shy and elusive nature teaches reverence for the unseen forces of nature and the mysteries that still exist in our world. Moreover, the menehune myths underscore the vital importance of oral tradition in keeping history and cultural identity alive. In our modern era, dominated by written and digital records, these stories serve as a powerful reminder that there are other ways of passing down knowledge. They show us that sometimes the most profound truths are those wrapped in the cloak of legend, passed from one generation to the next through the magic of storytelling. As we near the end of our journey into the world of the menehune, it's worth pondering a deeper question. Does it really matter if they were real or not? Perhaps the true magic of the menehune lies not in their physical existence, but in the way their stories ignite our imagination and connect us to a time long past. These legends invite us to look at the world with a sense of wonder, to consider that there might be more to reality than what meets the eye. They challenge us to respect the knowledge of our ancestors and to recognize that even the most fantastic tales often contain grains of wisdom. So, the next time you find yourself in Hawaii, standing before an ancient stone wall or a cleverly constructed fish pond, take a moment to pause. Listen to the rustling of leaves in the gentle trade winds. Let your imagination wander to a time when the islands were young, and the night air might have been filled with the soft sounds of tiny hammers and chisels. And who knows? If you're very quiet and very lucky, you might just catch a glimpse of a small, nimble figure darting into the underbrush. After all, in a place as magical as Hawaii, where the land itself seems alive with stories, anything is possible. In the end, whether fact or fiction, the menehune embody the spirit of Hawaii, hardworking yet playful, mysterious yet ever-present. They remind us that sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest impact, and that there's always room for a little magic in our understanding of the world. As we conclude our exploration of these fascinating little people, remember that the next time someone asks you about the menehune, you'll have quite the story to tell. And isn't that what great legends are all about? Sharing tales that spark curiosity, foster cultural pride, and maybe, just maybe, make us believe in the extraordinary. So, keep your eyes open and your mind receptive. For in the valleys and shores of Hawaii, in the whispers of the wind and the shadows of the night, the spirit of the menehune lives on. And their story? Well, it's just waiting for the next generation of storytellers to carry it forward into the future. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.